this was all crunched in, so we pulled it all out here. Just a regular pull with the certain tools that we have to grab the body.
Yep.
But now we're gonna grind down to metal, attach a welding plate, and pull the rest of it out. So this.
Welcome to the channel, Scott's Garage HTX. Don't forget the HTX. Well, I have some cars that resemble Hot Wheels, and I like Hot Wheels. Actually, I have a pretty good collection of T-Hunt, Treasure Hunt, Hot Wheels cars, and we'll get a little bit into that. Also, we'll get into the RX7 and see how they're doing on the repairs of that. Let's get started. Now, I've always been a little bit of a nerd, and I loved Hot Wheels cars when I was a kid. I had the carrying cases and the track and the whole 9 yards. And then the same thing happened to me that happened to all the other kids when they moved away from home, go to college or whatever they did. Their parents gave away all their toys to some relatives so little 8-year-old Billy can have something to play with. Now, little Billy has my Hot Wheels cars and my Star Wars and my Legos and probably has my bike too. I'm not bitter or anything. I just want my toys back, Billy. Okay, I'm back. I'm calm. What we're here to talk about is the treasure hunts. And in 1995, Hot Wheels started this special limited series of castings called Treasure Hunts. And what was cool about it is that they released these treasure hunts just like any other car. In 1995, they had 10,000 treasure hunts released in the market. In 1996, they upped it to 25,000. But you could be shopping along in your toy store and run across one of these things, and it was the same price. It wasn't a premium price or anything. It was just a treasure hunt, and it could be a collector's item. Pretty cool, I thought, the way they did that. But how they identified the cars as treasure hunts through the years has changed. So I'm going to put a chart up over here, and the chart is a simplification of a very complicated data set. I moved these down a little bit so I can put the chart somewhere here. To give you an example, they identified the treasure hunts on the card from 1995 to 2012 by some kind of green stripe on there. They also started making, besides regular treasure hunt cars in 2007, to super treasure hunt cars. So you had regular treasure hunt and you had super treasure hunt. And in 2012, they did not identify super treasure hunts on the card themselves. So that made them super secret treasure hunts. You see how this is getting a little bit complicated? Refer to the chart. I'm going to add a little asterisk to this chart and say that yes, I know, if you look at the chart, I know they identified treasure hunt cars prior to 2013, 2012, and back by many different ways on the cars themselves. You can find a car that's a 2000 car that has treasure hunt written on them, but it was kind of sporadic on how they did that. I'm not sure if they did it on every single car, but they wrote treasure hunt on cars, they wrote TH on cars, they wrote T-Hunt on cars. It was a mixed bag of how they identified the actual cars. Refer to the chart. I did not put all that on the chart. I just tried to identify some solid ways to identify a treasure hunt car. So what makes T-Hunt so special or cool, besides the limited quantities that they produced them? Well, for one thing, from 1995 to 2012, they were their own castings. And so they made some pretty cool looking cars. I'll take this one down real quick. They had sports cars or exotics, Testarossa, race cars like this GT40, and my favorite, hot rods. Actually, my favorite is anything rotary, and you'll notice I like rotary stuff. I've got a whole collection of rotary Hot Wheels. Pretty neat. They did other things to the cars as well. They made them with special rear rider wheels for many of the years. Some years they didn't. You have to look at this chart. But real rider wheels are pretty cool. They come with their own detailed castings and their rubber wheels itself. Starting in 2013, the Super Treasure Hunt started getting Spectra Flame paint and T-Hunt marked on the cars itself. The regular T-Hunts had this flame logo on it. When I put this chart together, I couldn't encompass everything that they did because, like I said, it's, I don't say convoluted, but it can get messy. So I tried to identify it the best way I could. In 2013, they made another interesting move. They stopped marking treasure hunt cars on the cards themselves. There's no more green stripe on the cards that identified the cars either for super treasure hunts or regular treasure hunts. What they did to have was, for regular treasure hunt, had a flame logo on it, and for super treasure hunts, they had a TH on them. But one of the more interesting moves that they did is they stopped making them as their own series of cars, and now they were injected into the other series or mainline series of all their creations and castings. This is an example of that. This is a Super Treasure Hunt, and the item right here on your right is basically a mainline car. On the one over here on the left is a Super Treasure Hunt car. It has Spectra Flame paint, it has a TH on it, and it has real rider wheels. This has none of that. So you had to look and find out whether or not those are Treasure Hunt wheels. They also made some markings on the bottom of the cards to identify Super Treasure Hunts or Treasure Hunts. Probably hard to catch this. I'll try to get this on it, but if you look very closely underneath that car, you'll see a little flame logo. That also identifies these cars as treasure hunts. It all got very, very interesting. It's all very nerdy to me. This is only for fun. You'll notice I don't take these things out of the packages. I put them in little protectors and I can put them on display, and I'm hoping the values go up. They have other series of collectibles that they do. They have ID cars out there, in which those are something that you can scan on an app and race them online with other people. Some of them can be quite valuable. You'd be surprised to see what the value of this one is right here on eBay. Then they also make their own little collectible series, and on their collectible series they like to say on the cards themselves that this product is intended for adult collectors and is not intended for children under 14 years of age. Just trying to capitalize on the collector market, right? What's interesting about these things for me is I never take them out of the box. Joke might be on me, they could have sent me a rock. This is just me being my nerdy little self, and I'm just as amazed as you are that I have a partner, an attractive one at that. I like going online, seeing things I think are going to be deals and being valuable in the future. What we really should be doing is checking up on the Mazda and seeing how they're doing on the bodywork on that. Ooh, look, Star Wars shirts. Where do they have a woman's medium?
This was all crunched in, so we pulled it all out here. Just a regular pull with the certain tools that we have to grab the body.
Yep.
But now we're gonna grind down to metal, attach a welding plate, and pull the rest of it out. So this all comes back within to certain spec, and then we can work with it, especially here in this area.
Because you're going to have to weld in stuff into here, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna have to weld. Yeah, that's not a big deal there. The welding should take care of that pretty nicely. But we want to pull the welding tabs here, pull it, welding tabs in here, pull it. And then that way this will come along with it since it's connected right now. And then once we grind everything down, it all should be nice and neat. And then we'll fit the bumpers and see how it takes it from there.
Yeah, I guess from there you decide on which bumper to use, right?
Yeah, because he's got both bumpers over here, so we'll decide which one.
Yeah, I see him way over there, so he can decide on which bumper he wants to use.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I can see fine. So, yeah, as my subscribers know.
The black bumper has a little damage on it because of the weight of the bumper.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So I told him, I said at that time, just when he puts it on, just see which one fits better.
Okay.
So we don't have to really worry about it.
Yeah, I thought that would be the best to do, is just give it both of them and you use the best one possible.
Yeah.
So
if you look, this right here, right there.
Oh yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it right there.
That's the thing. You can't really sometimes see things, but you feel it and you see where we are.
Well, this one secondhand. I bought sight unseen.
Yeah.
What do I do when I don't even know they have one?
Right?
Even have one. I looked all over this town for one. No, they just laughed at me. Some guy said replied to one of my YouTube episodes was that they got a lot of parts off of Yahoo Auctions. Now Yahoo Auctions is only in Singapore and Japan.
I don't even buy from anything there.
Yeah, so I was skeptical about how that would actually fly.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not on Yahoo Auctions.
No,
He said, "Oh, they have tons of bumpers out there." And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe that works. I don't know. I
don't take
tried
a chance on buying
I
it.
don't
'Cause if it comes in like that, then the whole point is replacing the bumper so you don't have to have any damage or repair it.
Right.
And then you're replacing a bumper and you got damage on, you got to repair it.
Right.
So sort of defeats the purpose, right?
I hear you. Well, it's
again,
looking
like
good.
I said, it's hard to get parts for a car that's of age and everything. But there we are. So
I'm surprised I found the parts that I did.
Yeah.
Quite honestly,
So
all
as
the
you can see,
lights.
it's set up on that thing because he did the initial pulls already to get some of that out, and then like I said, once we grind it all, attach welding plates, he'll be good
I
to
don't
go.
think there was any, because I did nick that tire. I don't see, I didn't see anything bent underneath there.
No,
Nothing's leaky.
everything looks good so far.
Okay. Yeah, good. Well, thanks for taking the time to explain it to me.
Yeah,
I just
no
wanted to kind of get a couple pics and stuff and send out the progress.
As a matter of fact, I
on
was supposed to
YouTube.
call you yesterday, and I got tied up today because we were going to be shut down for Friday for that rally. So,
Hey, enjoy
what-
that rally.
well, yeah, I mean, it's our 4th year doing it, so it's part of this.
Are you taking the red one again?
We're taking the red and the green mini.
Okay. By the way, is that an Austin, that Mini?
No.
What is that tank behind you in that seat in that red Mini? That white
Oh,
tank?
it's a fire extinguisher.
Oh, it's fire extinguisher.
Yeah,
Okay.
fire extinguisher. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear you right. Yeah.
I just didn't know what it was. So,
Yeah, no, fire extinguisher. I've got to get. I'm not really. It's outdated. It was just on there. Yeah, I just probably got to find another one. Just don't have time.
well, it's a pretty good thing. I hope you have a fun time doing that. I need to get a hold of Avi or Abe and tell them thanks for the invite, but I'm not going to make it. The wife's got me looking at some property.
Okay.
Cool.
Because this would have been, man, if this was ready, this would have been a great car to take.
I love this car. This thing drives so nice.
You've got it set up really well. Really well.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I don't think I do much changes on it.
Yeah. And we've made sure the door panel's not touched. This is just open right now because there's no body work, Mondo work going on. But if it is, they'll close the window and stuff like that. So
Doing that one will scratch on the door. Is that a big deal? Here.
no, we'll touch it up. You don't need to paint it. I mean, to make it perfect, you have to paint it, but there's no point in doing that. We can touch it up and put clear over the top.
Okay.
It should be good. And we'll polish it out. Then you take a look at it. If you decide, I'm not going to spend your money for you, but if you decide you want to do it later on, we can take a look at it.
Okay. Yeah.
Right now, I think it'll be good to just touch it up, build it up, put clear over it, and just slightly polish it. It should be fine.
Okay. Thank you. You're the expert, man.
No.
So.
I don't claim that.
I do. Thanks, man. Well, thanks for showing it to me. Like I said, that's what we have. Update on the RX-7. You guys keep on keeping on. We'll catch you later.